Have you seen this lockdown number 2? Philly lockdown. It'll probably be all of Pennsylvania if Philly's going to do it. Lockdown number 2 just came out today. Excuse me. And I'm looking at, this came out today, phillyvoice.com is what it is. And it says, Philly imposes sweeping new COVID-19 restrictions through rest of 2020. Okay? So, shutting down Philadelphia for the rest of 2020 because of COVID. Okay? Now, this I'm getting this, like I said, I'm getting this off of phillyvoice.com. Okay? And this is just ridiculous what it's going to do to businesses and to people. Okay, so phillyvoice.com. Okay, it says all indoor gatherings involving people for more than one household, both public and private, will be prohibited. So no Thanksgiving and no Christmas if you're in Philly at your house. That's Governor Wolf telling you can't get together for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Okay. While the ban on private gatherings cannot be enforced, because it's not a law, the restriction is intended as a strong message. So, forcing you. They want to try to force this on you. Outdoor gatherings and events will be limited based on capacity. Okay? Gatherings are limited to 10% of maximum capacity of a space of 10 people per 1,000 square feet. So, if you're at a restaurant and the restaurant is 3,000 square feet, they can have more than 30 people in the restaurant. Okay, no gatherings exceeding 2,000 people. Indoor dining as restaurants are again prohibited. Outdoor dining will be limited to households only with no more than 4 seats per table. Okay. Now, here's some of the bad ones. Gyms, museums, libraries will be closed. Other businesses that must include movie theaters, performance spaces, bowling alleys, arcades, casinos, and game spaces. Indoor exercise classes are not permitted. Everything is shutting down. Okay? What does that mean? That means that people are going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose income for the second time this year. People must work from home unless it is not possible to do so. Most of America that is working some sort of job, it cannot be done from home. So they're going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose their jobs. The companies that survived the first shutdown 6 or so months ago, they may not survive a second shutdown. Youth, community, and school sports must all shut down. Everything's shutting down. At retail stores, capacity will be limited to 5 people per 1,000 square feet. Okay, so if you're at a retail store, like a small store, and the store space is 1,000 square feet of space, only 5 people are allowed in that store. Okay, places like barbershops and beauty salons. Now, what happens if 4 people are working in that store and only allows for 1 customer to come in? Well, if you're at a barbershop or a hair salon, those 4 people working they're not going to make an income off of 1 person. It's not going to happen. At retail stores, capacity will be limited to 5 people per 1,000 feet, including customers and staff. Barbershops, beauty salons, and other personal services will remain open by appointment only, with masks required by customers. Okay? It is, yeah, Andy, I read that earlier, Andy. Why am I getting on here and saying this? And I've never been outspoken about the COVID or politics or anything like that on here. It's because people are losing their jobs. They're losing their jobs. They're losing their income and they don't have a backup plan. See, most of you out there have one income. You have no backup plan, man. Come on, it's almost 2021. What makes you think that you're going to survive life with one income? It's situations like this, COVID, shutting down, things just being shut down, that would make you think, oh my God, maybe I need more than one income. Because what happens if my job goes away, or what happens if this COVID thing comes back and I lose my job? I understand shutting it down because of COVID. I'm not saying anything negative about that. I get that. What I'm talking about is, what are you doing to prepare for something like this? And I'm reading this. I'll show you this. I'm reading this all. This is on Philly Voice, all right here, that I'm getting off of Philly Voice. Okay. Now, I'm a Philly boy. I was born in Philly. I was born in Manayunk. Okay? Philly's where I'm from. Many of you don't know that, but Philly's where I'm from. I was born there. 48 years ago, I was born there. So, but, what else does it say? College and high schools must conduct virtual learning only. Elementary and middle schools will be permitted to have one-person instruction. Okay. Depending on the district and school guidelines, college sports may continue only if their plans are specifically approved by the health. Okay, so parks, trails, playgrounds, athletic fields will remain open for individual use only. Group sports are not permitted. Group sports will not be permitted. Aren't all sports group sports? Come on. So those sports that are not permitted, the group sports are not permitted. So that means that those coaches, those teachers, those people are not going to be working. They're going to lose their income as well. New restrictions are the most significant intervention taken by the city since lockdown period in March and April. Let's see. COVID-19 hospitalizations have doubled in Philadelphia in the last 11 days, reaching about 500 patients as of Monday. Okay, so here is just talking about, and again, this is all on phillyvoice.com. I understand Philly wanting to shut down. I get it. But let me talk to you from the point of somebody who's been part of a family business for the last 31 years, a retail store for the last 31 years. Our business survived round 1. Our business will probably survive round 2 because we prepared for something like this. We're doing things that most business owners are not doing, and that is why we're preparing for it. And that is why we survived the first one, and we'll survive the second one. But we're not going on social media telling people what we're doing. Okay? That's stupid. It's stupid. Okay? So, people are losing their jobs. People are losing their income. These are the same people that think that their jobs are safe. There's no such thing as a safe job anymore, my friends. There's no such thing as a safe job. My job that I've had for 31 years in my family's business is not safe. As much as I would love to think it would be safe, it is not safe. Okay? It doesn't matter how long I've been there. I said this on my live yesterday about the lockdown. My family's business, it's a retail/services business. And we're only 90 days away from shutting our doors forever. Meaning if no customers walk into our store for 90 days, we could end up shutting down forever. Now, the last shutdown we had was roughly 7-8-ish weeks. We were able to take advantage of that PPP loan. We used it as it was allocated to us, and we got it as a grant. So we didn't have to pay that money back. Wonderful. That, along with other things that we did, is what we did to survive. Because let me tell you something. That PPP loan only gives you enough to pay specific bills, payroll, utilities, your rent or mortgage, that kind of thing. They don't give you the additional money needed to make profit. So for 2 months, we operated in the red. There was no profit. Okay? People don't realize that. The common person who is just an employee doesn't know that, because they don't know, they don't understand what it takes to run a business, let alone a profitable business, so you can keep your doors open the next month, and then the next month, and then the next month, and then the next month. Okay? Unless you're an employer, you don't understand that. And most people, they don't get that because they don't know. So, but in cases where the employees are losing their jobs, okay, getting laid off, not getting paid during that time or this time, and having to rely on what I call welfare. If you get any money from the government to pay your bills, I call that welfare. That's what I call it. You need to do something to earn your own money. Okay? You need to do something. You can do whatever you want to do. I'll tell you that with online sales on Amazon and eBay, for me, during March and April this year, were going crazy. They were going crazy. Okay? It doesn't matter what you do. You need to find a way to make an additional source of income. And the additional source of income needs to be from something that is essential, something that people need, not luxuries. Okay? Don't think that selling cars on the side is essential. That people buy cars as a luxury, jewelry, things like that. Those are luxury items. Those are the first things that people stop buying when a pandemic or a shutdown comes. All the luxury stuff, people stop buying. With my business, they're going to pay for my service every month, no matter what. They pay my service before they pay their mortgage. Let me repeat that. The service that I provide, your homeowner, you, will pay for my service before you pay your mortgage. It's called residual income. Okay? I don't have to sell you anything. You already have it. But people will pay for my service before they pay their mortgage, before they make their car payment. That is a true second residual income. So during a pandemic, during a shutdown, during all of this, I still keep getting an income no matter what. Like I said, you don't have to do what I do, but do something. Do something that is going to continue to bring in an income if you lose your job. Okay? Something else you can do is you can sell on Amazon or eBay. Okay? What do you sell on Amazon or eBay? You sell some sort of essential products. Okay? And you can get these products at any stores. TJ Maxx is a perfect example. I don't have any here, but recently on TJ Maxx, I would go to TJ Maxx locally and I would buy socks, underwear, t-shirts, things like that, and I sold them all on eBay. And the Nike socks that I had, I sold those on Amazon because I'm approved to sell Nike products on Amazon. Those are essential type of products. Those are things that people need. Grocery is another one. If you can buy different types of food items that have expiration dates that are longer than 6 months online. Go on eBay. You can sell food products there. Those are things that I did during the first lockdown when I didn't know what was going on. So I was ramping up my Amazon and eBay stores, and my eBay business tripled. My Amazon business, it didn't double or triple, but it was certainly more. And between my Amazon and my eBay, I was hitting my salary at my family's business. And I did that within 30 days because as soon as I recognized a shutdown on day one, I put my skills that I learned into action. And between my Amazon, my eBay, and my other business that I have, that was above my salary that I get working in my family business. And I was able to do all of those and have that within that 2 months, that March and April that we were shut down. So if we were shut down a longer time frame, I was fine with that because I would continue to do what I was doing and earning an income. With those three things right there, that they made up my salary. Now at my family's business, I've been part-time for 3 years. So when I work a day, I get paid for that day. If I work 2 days that week, I get paid for 2 days that week. I don't earn a salary where I get a certain amount on Friday. I don't work by the hour. I get paid for the day. Okay? Now, Friday, November 20th, Philly is shutting down until January 1st. So no Thanksgiving, no Christmas, no New Year's, okay? Everybody that has anything to do with any of those holidays, meaning you work at restaurants, you work at party supply companies or Party City or something like that, they're all going to be shut down. They're all going to be shut down. What are those people going to do to bring in some extra income? They didn't think. I'm going to tell you from my experience for the last 8 years that 90% of people that I come across, 9 out of 10 of them do not have something in place in case they lose their job. When I speak to these people, I say, what are you going to do if you lose your job? Well, I'll look for another job. What if there are no other jobs? What are you going to do? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna apply for unemployment. Well, what if there's no unemployment? What are you going to do? How are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to put food on your table for your family? How are you going to pay your car insurance? How are you going to make your car payment? How are you going to pay your mortgage? If your kids go to school and you pay tuition, how are you going to pay for that? How are you going to pay for college? People just don't get it. They don't get it. And then as soon as the first shutdown came in March and April, people scramble. They scramble. What are we going to do? Oh my God, I need the government to take care of me. What are we going to do? Come on. You knew it was coming, but you did nothing about it. This has been going on for what? 9 months now? We've been dealing with this crap? With all this crap? Roughly 9 months. You know, I can hear her coming up right now, up on the steps. I've got a 5-year-old that is depending on me to continue to provide for her. And here she comes. Cielo, come here, sweetie. Come here. Come here. You don't want to come here? I'm on live. You want to come here? Come here, please. Can you come here? Please. Come here, give me a huggy. Let me. See this little girl right here? Her name is Cielo. She's 5. This little girl depends on her daddy, me, to provide for her. How do I do that? Do you see me working to help provide for you and mommy and big brother and big sister? See? See that? Okay, where are you going? You going to go downstairs again?
No.
No? All right, here, roll over. Here. Stand up. How do you provide for your family if you lose your job? Have you prepared to provide for your family if you lost your job? It doesn't matter what you do. No job is safe. And until you realize that, you're not thinking ahead. You're just living for the day. You've got to think for the future. And, you know, what if I lose my job next week? What if something happens and all of a sudden I've lost my job? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, I've got... Oh, where is it here? Here's an example of something I did to earn residual income. And you can do this too. You see this book? This book is 101 Wholesale Suppliers, Liquidation Sources and Resources. This is a book that I wrote that I sell on Amazon. It is 34 pages. And I wrote this book. And it's a compilation of 101 resources where to buy products to sell things online. Okay, I'm not plugging the book. What I'm telling you is find a way to make money. I don't know if I have. Oh, hold on. Let me get one. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm coming. Hold on. I gotta find something here. All right, I found it. Okay. Here's something else. Here's another book that I put together that I sell on Amazon. This is a hilarious Trump book. Okay? It says right here on the back, created for fun by Tom Young. And what is this? It's a bunch of memes of Trump and Pelosi and just making fun of everybody. This is what I call like a table book. Here's a little something there I wrote. And here's the cover, and I designed the cover. And I designed the back. Okay? This I sell on Amazon. This did not cost me anything to make. I made this, you Google how to make a book. It's easy. Little stupid things like this are things that you can do that will continue to bring in money for you if you lose your job. Okay? It's books like this. I have 101 of them. And that's actually why I named this book 101, because this is my 101st book on Amazon. And that's why I named it 101. You know, shirts. I don't have any near me, but I have over 250 designs that I sell on Amazon. Print on demand. You can do something print on demand. If you're good with making graphics and stuff, you go to canva.com. You go on there. Now, I do the paid version of like 14 or 15 bucks a month, but you can do the free version. You can create shirts, graphics, all kinds of stuff. You upload that stuff to some sort of print on demand website like Printful I can't think of the other one, but Amazon is another one. And whenever a customer purchases like maybe a shirt that has your design on it, Amazon prints it, or Printful, Shopify is the other one. Shopify prints it with Printful and mails that to your customer, and then they send you a royalty check every month. Every month. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. Those are things that you can do to earn income during normal time when there's no pandemic, and then those things help carry you if you lose your job. If you have some of these things in place already, and then you lose your job, you're going to be home all day long, so you have even more time to ramp up to do more books, more shirts, more things like that, whatever it is. But you need to prepare. Actually, I was talking to somebody the other day about what I do with my other business, and they said, "Oh, you're kind of like an income prepper," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess that's kind of like what it is, you know." I'm prepping in case I lose my income. You know those people that you see on TV that the preppers, where they prep for like doomsday or an apocalypse or something like that. I used to think those guys were nuts. You know, they would have like $5,000 worth of food in their basement kind of stuff. I used to think they were crazy. But I'll tell you that after the first, or during the first shutdown, I started hoarding food. In my garage, I built shelves, and I have a couple of shelves full of canned food and pasta and things that have a long shelf life. And started like hoarding food. So I get it. So I guess you could look at me as like an income prepper. You know, I'm prepping in case I lose my income in my family business, which has only been part-time for 3 years, because I semi-retired from that 3 years ago. Who's on here? I see a bunch of people on here. I don't know who else is watching, but you know, you just gotta be prepared. You know, don't be one of those people that's running around with your like a chicken with its head cut off if you lose your job. You know, be prepared. The best time to prepare for losing your job is when you already have a job. Okay, I worked for 5 years, still full-time in my family's business, while I worked my side hustle to the point where 3 years ago, I semi-retired from my 9-to-5 job, just going down to part-time in my family's business, because my side hustle stuff, things like this, things like what I do with my network marketing business, they started to make up that difference in my salary. That's what they've done. You can do the same thing. You don't have to do what I do. Just do something. Do something. Okay? You need to prepare. If you're somebody like I met with somebody a couple weeks ago, and they liked their job. They just started it, but they weren't happy because it wasn't what they wanted to do. And I said, "Why did you take that job?" And they said, "Well, I took it because, I was able to get the job, and it's like $13, $14 an hour." So they settled. They settled for little money. They settled. I was earlier today. I was speaking with my father, and I told my father, I said, "You know what?" I said, "If anything ever happened with our family business and it just shut down forever, say tomorrow," I told him, I said, I'm unemployable. I could not go work for somebody else." And he said, "Why?" And I said, "Because I can't stand somebody tell me what to do. Okay, you can show me what to do, and then I'll do that, and I'll get the result that you want. It may not be in the direction that you want that in, but I'll get you the result that you want. But I don't want somebody to tell me you're worth this much. You're only worth $12 an hour. You're only worth $15 an hour. You're only worth $20 an hour, $25 an hour. That's all you're worth. That's what you're worth to that company. But what are you worth? What is your self-worth? What is that? For me, mine, it's whatever I want it to be. That's why I do things like this, and these books, and the shirts, and the graphics, and my network marketing business, because there's no limit. There's no limit to what you can do. The limit you put on yourself in your own mind. You put that on yourself. And when I coach and mentor people, I tell them, listen, all the money that you want forever in your life is on the other side of fear. So on the other side of your comfort zone. Let me see if I have... Let me see here. Let me show you something. And I do this for somebody who started working in their own business a little while ago. You've got two circles, okay? This one here is where the money is, okay? This circle here, this is your comfort zone. This is where you're all nice and squishy and you feel good and you're comfortable and you've got your blanket wrapped around you and you're all cozy. But there's no money here. The money is here. The money is outside of your comfort zone. You've got to do what it takes to do stuff like this, to do whatever that side hustle is. You've got to get out of your comfort zone and go to where the money is. Okay? Some sort of side hustle. That is what is going to help you during a time of a shutdown, if you lose your job. A lot of people are afraid to break out of their comfort zone and go over here because they're afraid of things like failure. What if I do it and I fail? What if you do it and you succeed? What if I buy $100 in inventory to sell stuff on eBay and it doesn't sell? Well, what if you buy 100 stuff to sell on eBay and it does sell? Is your glass half full or half empty? You will never know your full potential until you apply some self-development. I've got, hold on, let me show you something here. Let me find some stuff. Where is it here? 1, 2, 3. Where else did I got? Where's my other book? Here it is. I'm gonna show you. I've got some stuff here. I'm gonna show you because the very first step, and this live is going on longer than I thought it would, but the very first step to getting out of your comfort zone is self-development. You've got to self-develop yourself. You've got to start to read. This is Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Crush It, that I've read. This is Steve Fisher's book, Residual Millionaire, that I've read. Brian Tracy, Eat That Frog, teaches you how to stop procrastination. Now, this book is so old. Look at the pages. They're yellow. That's so old. That's how long I've had this book. This is 2002. I've had this book since it came out 18 years ago. It's about procrastination. It didn't take me 18 years to read it. And one of my favorites from this gentleman that I've been following for a couple years now, his name is Sean Whalen. He is all about what's called lions, not sheep. Being your own person. That's backwards. How to make shit happen. Make more money. Get in better shape. Create epic relationships. Control your life. Do it now. This is a very good book. It's only like $6 on Amazon. It is a short read. It's only, well, the pages aren't listed, but it's a thin book. Probably no more than 50, 60 pages. So you guys have probably noticed, the ones that follow me the most have noticed that I've actually lost 77 pounds. And I don't have my before picture next to me here, but I lost 77 pounds. And how did I do that? I had to change my mindset first. I had to change my mindset and learn what I'm going to call the skills to put into play to eat right, to food prep, to go to the gym. I had to learn. See, when I was a fat ass, I stayed here. I was always here. Okay? I needed an end result. It wasn't money in my case, but it was weight loss. And that was over here. I had to figure out a way to go from my little comfort zone over into this zone, get uncomfortable, and do the things I needed to do. Did it hurt in the beginning? Hell yeah, it hurt in the beginning. You know, I was 278 pounds. It would tire me out walking up and down the steps. Now I run up and down the steps. I jump out of bed. I do all those things. This shirt is a size large. I was a 3XL at one point. My waist size was a 42. Now my waist size is a 34. And those are actually getting a little bit big on me, but I don't fit into the 32s yet. You know, it's all about developing your mind. When you start to develop your mind and you learn about self-development in all forms, you can go on YouTube and you can watch videos on self-development. Now, I'm not talking about motivational stuff. I'm not big on the motivational stuff because motivation doesn't last very long. You've heard people say, you know, motivation, it doesn't last very long. You know, that's, you know, it's like taking a shower. You got to take a shower every day for a reason. You know, motivation doesn't last more than a day. But go on and watch videos on YouTube about self-development. Listen to Tony Robbins. He actually teaches teaches you how to self-develop your mind and your body and your soul. And those are the things that I've done, and those are the things that have got me to where I am today. Okay, but I've gotten way off track here, and that's okay because I went through some other stuff here. But this is all going back to being prepared in case something happens to you. Being prepared in case you lose your job, or maybe you're in a job that you don't like and you want to get out. Okay? You don't have to do what I do, but do something. Okay? Do something. The people that decide to partner up with me, I teach them, I coach them, I mentor them. I never charge them for any of that stuff because I want to, what I've learned, and I'm not a guru, but the little bit that I've learned in my 8 years of working my side hustles, I can help people with. Okay, when you go to my website, residualhustler.com, you'll see some of those things. I started a candle business with my 5-year-old daughter Cielo called My Cielo Candles because I wanted to show her how to start a business. Because when she's been watching, I've been doing this since before she was born. She's been watching me, and one day, we're looking at the candles and stuff. I don't have one here, but we're looking at the candles, and I said, "Do you like candles?" She goes, "Yeah." And she's always watched me do this business stuff and shipping things out and selling these, and shipping them out all over the United States. And she's like, "Let's sell candles." I said, "Okay, let's sell candles." So I found a manufacturer to make the candles for me. Let me get one. Hold on. Here we go. Here's an example. This was our end result. This is the candle right here, and I have what I call the entrepreneur candle collection, which is 3 candles, and these things, they smell awesome. This one is called the Hustle candle. Okay, there's the labels. I got to redo this label. It's on a nice amber jar with a wooden lid that I stained, and I had a stamp made to stamp the lid. And then here's my packaging. This is actually a cupcake holder that bakeries use, and I put this in here, and I put this little, my label on the side, and our company logo stamp that I created and had made for me, and I put it on this nice little package so it looks awesome. And I started this to teach my 5-year-old how to go from just thinking of an idea, of a concept, to packaging, manufacturing, marketing. We created a website, and I've got like 60 of these left in stock over there. What I call the entrepreneur. I like entrepreneurship. She loves candles, so we came up with a 3 candle line of entrepreneur candles, and little sayings and stuff, motivational stuff. Stuff like that you can do. Okay, I don't love candles. It's not why I did it, but it's things like that. Just being creative. The more you develop your mind, the more creative you become, and I've realized that over the years. And I'm now 48. I started my self-development journey when I was 40, 8 years ago. It took me 40 years to realize I didn't know everything I thought I knew. 40 years, a long time. So I have no idea how long this live was going on for. It's probably way too long. But I'm going to go back to my original thought. The shutdown in Philly, the gyms, people losing their jobs. People, when they lose their jobs, they're going to lose their incomes. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Businesses are going to shut down. The businesses that shut down on the first shutdown in March and April, that survived, may not survive shutdown number 2. What are those people going to do if they lose their job? How are they going to pay their bills? How are they going to feed their family? You need some sort of side hustle that you can start quick, fast, inexpensive, and get it going. And you get paid based on your efforts. For some people, that scares a lot of people because they're lazy when they go to work. They don't want to work hard. They work just enough to not get fired. Imagine if you worked for yourself on a side hustle and you got paid for your own efforts. I bet you'd work harder, wouldn't you? Because you're getting paid based on your own efforts. So either you'd be terrible and you wouldn't get paid anything at all because you're too lazy, or you'd realize, wow, I only get paid if I produce. I get paid if I produce, so I want to produce more so I can get paid more. So Find a way to create some income with a side hustle. Never rely on one source of income. Mama always said, don't leave all your eggs in one basket. I've got 5 to 7 baskets going on at any given time. And if my family business were to shut down like I did for those 2 months, if we shut down again, it is what it is. It's out of my control. Things just happen. But if it does, I am prepared. I'm prepared. And you should be too. You should be prepared. Don't rely on the government to pay your bills. Don't rely on welfare. Be your own man. Be your own woman. Show your kids how to prepare in case 20, 30 years from now this happens to one of your kids or your grandkids. They're like, oh, I remember I saw mom do this when we were kids, and that's how we got through this pandemic. Or I saw, grandma and grandpa do this, and that's how we got through this pandemic because they did this to survive, to bring in money. Find something. Like I said, you don't have to do what I do. Just do something. Do something. And from my own advice, what I've done before, find something that creates a residual income for you, where you do something once and get paid over and over and over. Because those are the businesses that will thrive during a shutdown. Because people still pay some of those things. I have a customer that I got in March of 2012, and I still get paid every month from that one customer since March of 2012. 8.5 years every month. If the country shuts down, I still get paid. That is true residual income. Find that. Find something that you can do to get something like that. And when the pandemic hits and a shutdown hits, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just more time off. And you know what it does? It allows you more time to work on whatever that side hustle is for you. So that's it. If you want to know more about what I do, you can always go on my website, residualhustler.com. You'll see the website. You'll see the candle website. You'll see what I do. Residualhustler.com. Or you can go to, on Facebook, just type in Tom Young Residual Hustler and you'll find my page there. But again, you don't have to do what I do. Just find something, do something that's going to work for you so that if a shutdown happens again, like it's happening Friday through January 1st, it's not as much of a big deal. So do something for you, for your family, and do it now. Don't wait. Do it now. See ya.